Greetings, everyone. Hey, happy day. Doesn't matter when you find us. I am going to just run right into this because this would typically be on my Saturday live noon Eastern Standard Time, but I will probably end up having to just have it be a posting and remove it from the live list because it's really going to be interfering with the holidays for me right now. But this is definitely something that is going to find someone or someone's when we need it. There's been some really interesting stuff coming up. And the meditation prior to this already kind of went through all the cards and we are the one, we are the great I am connected to all this information. We are the Akash, and we are the original source accessing these thoughts and words and events with clearing and clear communications that are sometimes aided with energies that are benevolent to us. So let's kind of get started here. I'm going to read this first. So I really kind of get these little short thoughts, ideas, and they eventually kind of coalesce or collect themselves into a string of ideas that more or less are related, and I think it is pretty much. Arm's length, blocked heart, well guarded, getting even, temperamental, you use them, watch out. And I kind of got the sense with that we need to really be careful of not taking advantage of other people and their kindness because it can really turn around and bite us. And we're not going to be able to sit down from it. So we use them, so watch out. We will feel justified, feeling justified. So this is a process of growing up, going up, and dealing with emotional maturity, things with emotional maturity. And this kind of swings back to, it got a winged, like wings. They weren't feathered, but it was kind of like a Dumbo sort of a thing. Winged elephant. So this is about heavy armor, weighty thoughts. So again, emotional maturity, guarding our thoughts, but not really guarding them, but monitoring them. Because I don't know how you can really guard them. That's protecting them. And if we're having thoughts that are not healthy for us, we need to kind of do a little bit of a shift. And it says flanked. So that winged elephant is also flanked. It's side by side. And we're possibly going to be overly protective of our emotions and the thoughts. So we need to kind of take a step back and reevaluate, stir things up for ourselves. It's not necessarily letting down our guards because it feels like the next sentence is kind of leading us in a direction of let's skin our knees. If we're getting hurt as a result of relationships or events or whatever's going on, you might consider that more or less a mental or psychological skinned knee, as it were. And depending on how far we let us go into that particular event or deed is going to depend on how much we skin our knees. Because let's see, so sometimes it can just feel really hot, and you go ow, and a little minor abrasion. And other times it's like, okay, that went a little deep. We're going to have to put on a little bit of antibiotic or something. And at the very end, it feels like that going through this whole process, start to finish, is going to result in a better, healthier, functioning heart. I'm avoiding using a particular word because I know some people don't like that word, but let's not overthink things. Let's not be overly guarded. Let's not be overly critical of ourselves or of others. It's okay to be guarded if you have a past, with someone. You don't like saying past history because that's redundant. That's a history. Yeah, it's in the past. It should be anyway. Is why do we want to keep rolling into the same gig? Yeah, and I got the world earlier today with when I did a private reading earlier. Yeah. So the hermit, there's our guarded heart. There's our sequestering ourselves, hiding ourselves away. We're overthinking things. Page of Swords, we're overthinking. We're getting these messages, maybe even from the ether, and we feel like we're really justified in doing and saying the things that we're doing and saying, even to ourselves. Seven of Swords, thoughts and words. Right? Sorry for the twitchy camera. I don't know how to fix that. All right. And this is also us trying to look at things in a unique way, taking a different path, maybe a less traveled. This guy doesn't look like he's having an easy time. It's gonna, yeah. So this is cycling out, something we need to be cycling out. Be like, that's this track. This is where we are, right? What can we do to kind of go from there? Because that elephant, look at that, Six of Cups. Oops, sorry, Six of Cups. My camera's adjusted a little bit different, isn't it? More downward facing. There's the Fool. Oh, I guess that one wanted to stay. Because the Fool is really the end result. That's the new beginning, right? That's what? Seven of Swords. Let's not overthink things, but let's not beat ourselves up over it. Eight of Wands, a lot of communication coming through. Yeah. A lot of communication. It might be hard for us to peel off what we've been dealing with. A lot going on in life. A lot of maybe some overstimulation, overthinking, overstimulated. Um, I am not around a lot of people all at once. I see a lot of people and talk to a lot of different people, but it's usually one on one. It's not usually more than one person. Seven of Wands. Hmm. I don't know. This has a little bit different feel. And I'm seeing like a flame and a higher self led. It's not like the cups where you have choices to make, but there is a decision to be made. Solid foundation, not over worrying, because we've already got all the resources. And I think that that's possibly where we've had some sort of a disconnect. And I start to overthinking the cards too. I don't know how to explain that, but um, there's this idea of order and chaos and blending the two. Mystery. So some things are going to be a mystery for a hot minute. Oh my gosh. Yeah. This is Nine of Wands. There's definitely a lot of overthinking that we're doing. And there's a lot of passion with this segment. And maybe that's why we're trying to slow things down. And I don't know, maybe this is the skin knee. But being okay with we know we have what we need. There's a lot of mystery to it. We're getting a lot of information and we need to start taking action on that. And the action is making us feel like we are that wounded warrior, but we still have the abundant information for us to be able to take action. So what action that's going to be helpful to us? That's the question, right? What is the action that we could be or should be taking that is going to be helpful? Yes, I don't do traditional, typically, tarot. It's very intuitive. That's twice that all the kings and queens are popping up when I'm doing the shuffle. I try not to look, honest and truly. I try not to look to see what's on the bottom. But sometimes it just comes out. So what is it that we can do? What's the action that needs to be taken to help us get through this thing that we're being overly guarded with? Emotional maturity, growing up, going up. There's a lot of action here too. Messenger. It is about not guarding our thoughts. It's about processing them. How do you even guard a thought? That just keeps coming back. How do you guard a thought? That means you hang on to it. If you're guarding something, you're hanging on to it. So process it because we want to make sure that whatever's coming in is ours and that it's, I don't want to say useful, but more so fruitful. And it will disband a lot of the mystery, the fear that's involved. Yes, we have that logical, clear side. We all have that mystical, wild side that it can be scary. I mean, it can be really, really scary. Yep, Ace of Fire. This is also a newer beginning, and it's an action. And there's some kind of portal or doorway that's involved. I don't know if that might be literal for some, and for others, it's more conceptual. This to me, Four of Earth, Four of Pentacles, is we have everything that we need. But what is it that we need to do? Hang on and examine what we have. And that will disband some of those unsure. It's not going to cure the mystery, maybe, but it's definitely going to help us realize that there is nothing to fear. And justice, there is balance and justice, and my favorite number, 11. So this is a really cool card because there's a door behind her. Nope, is there a door? No, that actually looked like a door. That's the sword. And maybe the sword is the porthole. The sword is the portal. And having everything that we need is right here. It's right here. It's right here. We've done the work. We've done the work. Oh, that one wanted to stay. That was Seven of Fire, Seven of Wands, Seven of Wands. Oh my goodness, Eight of Wands. So meant what I said what I meant, pulling that one out. Seven of Wands, Eight of Wands. I'm telling you, there's a lot of overthinking that we're doing, and we're not accepting some of the more uncomfortable decisions that we're having to make. I know I personally have been extremely uncomfortable. But we all deal with things. And not retaliating on people is going to be really important. Don't take revenge. It's eventually going to have like a rubber band effect. You ever have a rubber band snap? Even when the rubber band can leave your hand, it can snap you in the hand. Decisions, holding back, coming towards you, indecisive, and procrastinating. This to me is the past. This is what we've been doing. We have the opportunity to write that. We have the opportunity to write that. We need to start taking action with this. We have everything that we need. We are not wanting to acknowledge some of these things. We are wanting to hide in the dark with some of these things. Not making a hasty decision, we're informed, we have the ability to achieve balance. Okay. Not overindulging, but accepting self-treatment intentions and being a little more self-aware, right? Being more self-aware. Oh, and it is for us to take action now. So it's not necessarily a seasonal thing. It could be, because when I'm recording this, it is November in Midwest US. And it feels like winter, but it's not. So it's going to feel uncomfortable. We might get the cold shoulder too. This is searching. So blocked contact and profile searching is what I'm getting out of this. And it's not necessarily literally to go online and do this. You might find some helpful knowledge there, but it's really the bottom two things that I see that is really for us to be searching. It's self-searching, searching within ourselves. And if you do have to do other research, go ahead and do that. Oh my gosh, justice. Justice twice. Justice twice. To find balance. There may be some legal issues that need to be cleared up. Don't balk away. Don't shy away from those things. I love this deck. This has really been helpful. So what helpful wisdom can we get from this numerical system? This, to me, it's like sacred geometry. I don't know about anybody else, but numbers are pretty nifty. People can say they're bad at math. Well, you might be right on that, but only if you say so. Out with the old and in with the new. Okay, there's the world card and there's the fool. Out with the old, in with the new. The world, the fool, to start over. Have no fear, step outside of your comfort zone and move forward in your pursuit of your passions. So this is what we might need to look into, maybe some legal matters with helping us get to that point. Wintertime is also a time, irrespective of, it's a concept, it's not a season in this particular case, but it's time of bundling up, and maybe that's that soft protection, doing the searching, looking into the balance, looking to see what's out there to search for our passion. Figure out what that means for you. Let's get some, because there's this like legal manners. I'm glad I pulled this out. This might be part of it. As the overthinking some of these, and that, we know what to do. We have what we need. We have all the resources. It's just a matter of taking those next steps. Hey, if there's anybody who's probably guilty of that, probably me. A lot of resources, a lot of ability to do a lot of different things, but it's just like, it's almost like it's too many options. So let's see if we can get some guidance on how we can pare down those options. What can we do to pare down the options? Because we do want to make a decision. We do want to make a sound decision and not a fearful one. Not, we want to have that balanced idea. Oh gosh. Okay. I was gonna say, I'm gonna put the deck down and then that all flies out. So money flow, hard work, putting in plans in motion. So taking action. These are a lot of action cards here. And we might need to take some time off to figure some of these things out. Earning power, tower. We might need to get a corporate job or leave that unstable position and do something on our own. New beginning, small increase, valuable information. Here's our information. Honest assessment, that's all this. And the fresh start is the fool, steady work and career building. So it's not going to happen overnight, but it is going to happen quickly. Steady, organizing, accomplishments. So this is working out the framework, art, design, maybe home-oriented and self-employed. That's not for everybody, but it is for some of us. This is going to build on security as a process, not a product. Build your foundation, block by block, and keep climbing. Don't stop. Don't stop. We have everything that we need. Don't overthink things. Make the choice, make the decision, take risks. Life is worth the risk. If you win, you will prosper. If you lose, you will be wise. Conquer your fear. Wow, this is like really intense. Financial commitments, long-term investment, partnership, work together, and fulfilling career. I really feel like whether you're partnering with yourself, your higher self, or another human, some of us have that divine counterpart that once we make that connection in our life, things just take off. It just takes off. That's it out there for some of us, and some of us were already in the middle of that. Let's see what else. Oh dear, there's two right there. Great. Well, I appreciate everybody. I'm gonna like just, if you can, please leave a comment, like it, share it, pass it on that whoever you might find as this might be helpful to them. Thank you so much. I hope it's helpful to someone. I'm sure it is. One more, please, one more. And that will be wrapping it up. And if you know somebody who's had an unusual human experience, I would love to have them reach out to me. You can check out my website at www.auricvibe1111.com. That's AURICVIBE 1111. So this is how we're going to do this. We're going to have to follow our passions. The frequency of delight supports our capacity to create and experience feelings of intense joy and happiness. The more delight we feel, the more delight we evoke in others, and the more passion we put into this project of ours, that's what's really going to take off. That's when it's really going to take off. And I feel like there is a divine counterpart that's involved, and we might need to lay the groundwork and take small steps towards. I think there was something out here that said small steps. Taking time off, building the team, that takes time. Authority, the frequency of authority reminds us that true authority is powerful, directed, and realized, yet receptive, wise, and loving. That's the planning. That's the planning, the hard work, putting those plans in motions. The gears need to all be connected. So we might be waiting for that last mega gear to come in to get everything going. So laying out our plans, and we see that next big component coming in, that is coupled with that. And what are we doing here? Solar plexus. Wow, solar plexus. The frequency of the solar plexus chakra, the yellow flower of life, supports our sense of self, our personal power, and our willpower, as well as our knowing of who we are and what our contribution is to the whole. That is big time. That is big time what we're looking for. So thank you so much for being here. And I really do look forward to seeing everybody on the flip side. Take care. Bye.